timing. Good. 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 And I would be satisfied with that because she didn't walk. And that's the side she's been walking on, right? Yeah, so I'd be satisfied with that. Good? Good. So now, when you're practicing, what you're going to do is you're going to try to change the mood a little bit to almost as if you think she stepped on something and you wanted to check all 4 feet, but like you're not thinking I'm teaching you how to hold, So you're just going to kind of be like, so that way she really feels the sense of purpose and yet not so much the more it seems just like putting a halter on, the more it seems like just something we're going to do, they just accept it. And then by the time she doesn't need the farrier, like her toe broke off nice when she lost her fold, like her little slippers. When are you due for your farrier? Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. You probably get away with waiting. No, I like their own. They're developing their own shape, which is nice because it's a good weight bearing shape. One of the biggest mistakes that I've seen with farriers cutting little ones' feet is they club them. So like with Dewey, I just wanted the slipper cut off. I didn't want him to mess with the natural hoof that's coming through. Right now they look good, and I don't think if they grow a little bit, having a little length for him to trim off isn't going to be a big deal. Dewey did all of it. Trim, file, he didn't go on a stand, but he did everything else that would need. And that's all I do, getting them ready for it. But you get it to the point where it's just like when Carlos came and I said, I'm going to want to, so we went and looked at him and he goes, does he pick his feet up? I'm like, oh yeah, and I almost like reached in. I just climbed in, I grabbed his knee, and he picked his feet, he goes, wow. I'm like, yeah, he picks up all 4. She's almost at the point where I would say you could take that chance, It's misunderstood this side, but it wasn't like she was really doing it defiant in any way. And not even, she's not, like when she torqued, my little slap on the butt yesterday might have been all it took for her to say, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. It's a natural response, like your leg's caught, try to kick it free, but, yeah, I wouldn't say she's, I probably even get away with doing it now. She's got the right demeanor. She was getting sassy for a second there, but we distracted her again. That trot helped her kind of feel good. Sometimes that's risky. Yeah, sometimes that's risky. Sometimes that says, well, if she's being sassy, the last thing I'm going to do is add speed to that. But sometimes it's just enough for them to, clean it out and then they're good again. Sometimes. Kind of just got to read it. Another pick the battles game. No. Protect your personal space always. You can have it over your elbow, draped over your elbow. Mhm. You can where if you could pinch it with your elbow and pull her around. You know what I mean? Like even just drape it completely off your. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Like a lot of concentration beside me here. He's like, I've been really good, but I don't get what's happening now. Good. Good. Yeah, she had a strong listening, kind of in displeasure, but she also does when she does watch you from behind. She does tend to have a strong listening with her ears. So it's like we'll have to get to know her ears better. This potentially was a thing, but there was part of it where when you went back there, it was almost like you got her. So in a way, I don't want to say it was absolutely nasty. Um, it's gray. I'm not sure. We just have to get to know her ears better when it comes to that. She does tend to put her ears back a lot when you're back there. See, like she's listening to you really well right now, and you're not doing anything to. Good girl. Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, those are listening ears. Those weren't. They were the same ears, but I don't. I didn't feel any bit of you being threatened. Yeah, it's really cool. Like Daisy, when she gets her feet done, she doesn't know anything. So we have to lean her against the wall so she doesn't fall down. So that's even worse. Like Carlos is on one side and I'm in front of her, so and she's having to use the wall for her balance, and she's all up in my face, and I'm just like, "You're okay, girl." And she looked at me in each other's pupils, and I was just like, "You're okay." And there was like this moment of, "I believe you," and it was just really cool because we don't have that yet at all. Like she's still very, "This is happening to me," but she'll get there. And for all I know, the neurological issue, maybe she really is in like. Okay. Me personally, I would end there if it was me. Only because there was a lot of. And the more you can get that done, if you can do puzzles and whatever, and then stop and be like, "Oh, let me see the feet," and then go back to doing almost like you just took like a quick coffee break, and then went right back to what you were doing. I know. Okay. Oh, that was so polite. So polite. You usually say, "I expect you to tell me when to stop." So. Did I have a good spot? How about you? Did you scratch me? Did we give her, other than sideways, a way to tell us she wants to be scratched? Did we let her come up with a way to tell us? Like back to your hand kind of thing? That you guys didn't stay doing it? I'm not gonna scratch you every time you swing around like that. I'm sorry. It's just not how it's gonna be. She's funny. It's like she almost wants to be sweet. She just, yeah, yeah. She's got a little bit of mischief isn't the word, but a little bit of pull my doll's head off. She's got a little bit of that. Oh, she's so pretty. You're a funny girl. Oh, there's a good spot right there. When are you gonna change colors? The other thing you can start. I think that was bug related. I think that was bug related. The other thing you can. I don't know. Maybe you're actually hitting an itchy spot. Otherwise, it's bug related. But yeah, she really like swung around kind of with the same intention twice. And there's definitely a bug bothering her. And then while you're like acclimating her to everything, you know, get her.
Whoa, girl.
Are you okay? You okay? You're fine, monkey. You're not in trouble for anything. So in a case like this, I would deliberately be extra kind of spooky, so I can tell her stop being crazy. Stop being crazy, you nut. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Stop being crazy, nut. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, just go ahead and drop it. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Stop being so crazy. Stop being so crazy. You're fine. Not everybody's gonna pet you all quiet. Not everybody's gonna pet you all quiet. You're gonna have to say, oh my God, that's a loud lady. And you're just gonna have to be able to handle it. Okay? Because not everybody's gonna come up and go, hi, horsey. Some people are gonna go, hey, horse, how you doing? See? You can handle it. Yes, you can. Good horsey. Such a good horsey. Such a good horsey. Such a good horsey. Oh, what a good horsey. Oh, what a good horsey. Oh, such a good horsey. Oh, you should see how I treat Dewey. I climb all over him. You wouldn't know how to do that yet. I come all up in here and I love on him. See? What do you think, huh? You're okay. This is such a nice horse. She's such a nice horse. What a nice horse she is. She's such a nice horsey. What a nice horsey she is. Oh, such a nice horsey. Oh, what a good funny horsey you are. What a good horsey. What a good horsey. Such a good horsey. Such a good horsey you are. What a good horse. Sometimes when Tyson has like a reactive, like he has days sometimes, or something spooked him out in the paddock and you don't realize, so then every movement you make he's a, so then that's when I get like that with him. Just to almost like be like, are you kidding me? This is crazy, you know? So the more you know, like ignore that, the more reactive they tend to get, as opposed to just being like, oh, are you nuts? You know? But if like we had just ignored that and been like, well, then the next time she would have been jumpier, because she would have felt that that was the right answer. You're a good girl. She's a good girl. Anyway. Don't you want to be a cuddly horse? Wouldn't that be nice? I like cuddly horse. I like cuddly horses. I like cuddly horses. You want to be a cuddly horse? You do? Yeah. That's so nice. I like cuddly horses. You want to be a cuddly horse? Yeah? Ready? You think about it? You done being cuddly? That was it? It's okay. That was good. That was good. Any more cuddles? You have to get closer to me for cuddles. Well, you're nice that you just sit there too. You're nice that you just sit there too. Another thing you could do is start teaching her the ground tie while she is so good at standing still. Like she's in a perfect ground tie kind of posture. So the trick is to make her not realize. You have to change your body language enough that she doesn't think she's supposed to move. Sometimes just touching him helps. You want to be able to walk around her, but she had whether or not I was high yielding her confused. So I was waiting to get that flinch out of her. Good girl, she overrode it that time. So I would quit on that if it was something I was doing. So what you would do is first you got to get her used to being able to stand there and have you move about her before I would give it a command, before I would give her a downward feel on the line and say, stand. That's how I tell my horses to stand. But she's not going to understand that and then you moving about. But she might be able to figure that out And then when you teach them ground tying, you have to give them a release too. She has to be told that she's allowed to move when she's been stuck in a stand. I would stop on that. Yes, I would. That was fantastic, girl. So then what I would do is I'd either, let him loose or whatever, or say, okay. 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 Good. Okay. Good. Even if she doesn't go far, just be okay and you're allowed to move your feet. Sometimes it has to be encouraged, but the okay is always to say, if you don't hear that, you stay standing here. The guy who did Teddy and Logan today said that he didn't really know about ground tying, and he was bringing his horse in, and there was a horse standing in the middle of the aisle with a rope over its neck. He was standing there, nobody was around. And he's like, I went about putting my horse away real quick. And he goes, and I come and I go get that horse. And the guy's like, excuse me? And he's like, the horse was loose. And he's like, I put him there. He goes, after that, I was hooked. That was like magic. Gonna take a nap. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh, you let her out. I was gonna say those planes.